What is up, everybody? Welcome to Why Invest Wednesday. If you're watching this on the live, we are actually pre-recorded because I am actually traveling to Orlando when you're watching this for Shareholders EXP, their second conference of the year. So super excited about that. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about why you need a real estate agent or a realtor to purchase a home. We're going to talk a little bit about the difference between a realtor and a real estate professional, and we'll dive right in. But first, as always, please throw me a like, comment, subscribe. Absolutely appreciate all the support that everyone gives me. Love creating this content. We're going to take it back to the old school a little bit and give you some straight education tonight. So thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so let's talk about this. First things first, we got to talk about the difference between a realtor and a real estate professional. Every realtor is a real estate agent or salesperson or broker, depending on what state you're in. However, not all real estate salespeople are realtors. Realtor is actually a designation. It's one of the biggest boards in the entire industry, in the country, really. One of the biggest professional boards, so to speak. And to be a realtor, agents have to be licensed as well as subscribe to a pretty strict code of ethics. So the actual term realtor is just stating that you subscribe to the code of ethics. So on top of all the real estate license, regulations and things like that, we have a whole nother code of ethics. There's a whole different set of standards and guidelines that we need to abide by, in addition to the regulations handed down by the state. So that's the difference. A lot of people don't know. Realtor is actually not an occupation, as some would say. We are actually, that's just a designation, so to speak. So that's the first thing. As far as needing a real estate agent or a realtor to sell your home, I am a realtor, have been for all 10 years of my career. Some companies require you to be a realtor, or most companies actually require you to be a part of a board as a realtor, and so that's also the case. Another thing, it's not called a realtor. There's no I in the word realtor, so definitely call that out. For you agents that might be watching this, that's something you might be able to take home with you. It's an immediate giveaway when you throw the little I in the word realtor. So we'll get past that, one of my pet peeves. But and so, do you need an agent? Absolutely. Can you sell a home and on your own? Sure. The honest truth is, though, that in the end, typically with a professional on your side guiding you through all the disclosures and guidelines, the reason that the real estate process has gone pretty smoothly, and overall there's definitely always lawsuits and always issues, is because real estate agents are involved in 80-90% of the transactions that take place. And so that just brings a professional atmosphere to it. There's a lot of talk about the buyers and the sellers paying. Commissions are 100% negotiable at all times, so always know that. However, if you are, employing a realtor, they have the code of ethics, and they're going to bring your, house to a different standard. And obviously we have buyer's agents and seller's agents, and there's all kinds of talk about, sellers paying buyer's agents, and stay tuned to that. We'll see if that changes our industry, which I'm sure it will at some point. Every industry is going to change, and real estate is no different. So let's go from the listing side. Obviously, the marketing prowess, the ability to put your home on the multiple listing service, which is a whole nother group and designation that we have, so to speak. We're members of different MLSs as real estate agents or realtors, and that puts the home out there to the market, blast it out there. Obviously, we have the home searches like Zillow and Redfin and all of those that lack accuracy at times, but are pretty decent. However, putting something on there as a for sale by owner gets you far less reach than the multiple list service, which is where everybody that is purchasing a home, has access to that through their real estate professional. And so that blasts it out and sees it. So that marketing aspect, as well as, preparing your home for sale and understanding, yes, we should fix this and not fix this. And then the marketing behind it all, and the YouTube channels and the social media and everything that real estate agents have absolutely, helps. And they're experts in the process, helping you price the home. As you can see, with the current tax situation in Colorado, no one really knows how to actually take the data and find the value of their home, because we've seen it. Everybody's, disputing this and disputing that value. Obviously, the market does have that impact on it. But what has also happened is some of the acts that were suppressing the ability for the government to raise that actual value has come down. So as real estate agents, we know that we're able to look at that. We're able to price a home accordingly and get it sold, as well as when you go under contract, walk alongside you to absolutely make sure that you are crossing all your T's and dotting your I's, especially as a seller. The seller's property disclosure ultimately is a super important document that I would suggest, considering filling out, even if you're selling for sale by owner. So that's that piece of it. Now let's switch over to the buyer's side. And, up until recently, and all the transactions that I've been a part of, the buyer does pay, the seller pays the buyer's commission. That again is negotiable. That is in the news, is something that people are talking about. However, it's going to take a huge shift in mindset for either the buyers to just not have agents and representation, because we've made such a big deal of representation and, walking through the process and the MLS and all of that piece. But also, not only that, as a buyer, you pay a lot of closing costs already, right? You pay for the loan and you're bringing the money to the table, and it's actually your money that you're bringing to the table that in turn pays your agent, even though the seller does sign off and the listing brokerage firm technically pays. And so that's one thing. But as far as, seeing homes and understanding and educating and putting people in the right homes and being a part of that journey as a buyer's agent, I feel that I'm able to educate, prepare, and we want to make sure that they are represented and have the best decision-making capabilities. And that's through having a real estate licensed professional to walk you through the process, obviously take the inspection for what it is and go through it and say, okay, like this stuff, probably can fall on you. You seem, you can take care of this. These are the major things that we need to think about. Or maybe you don't care about radon, as a buyer, but it's a big deal and why we should ask the seller to, put a mitigation system in. And having all those conversations and then negotiations is definitely something that as agents and what I do every single day, that's what I bring to the table, is the ability to negotiate, say, let's have a fair deal for all. You get what you want, a new home, seller gets what they want, but we have to come together in agreement and move the process forward. And so if you are dealing with non-professionals or people that aren't doing that every single day, emotions can get high, people can get deals. There's a lot of sharks out there that know a lot, and you don't want to be, as a listing, as a for sale by owner, you have somebody come in who's maybe an investor, doesn't have a real estate license, however, has, done a ton of real estate transactions. Then all of a sudden you're negotiating against somebody and the field is unfair. And that's huge, right? Every dollar counts, as you know, with our current inflation temperature. So that's definitely, reasons why you need a real estate agent, and more importantly, a realtor, so that they're subscribed to the code of ethics. And, who's better than me with a psychology degree to help you through this time? Because I was reading a couple of articles on this as I was preparing for this, and they're talking about real estate agents and realtors are, psychological, support, and obviously the negotiators, and obviously submit to the board of ethics and all of those things. but absolutely to have someone along the ride to help you in making the right financial decisions when dealing with the largest financial transaction in your life. So that is what I have tonight. Please like, comment, subscribe. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, I would love to be the realtor that you hire. But as for now, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to be in Orlando. I'll tell you guys all about my trip and everything I learned next week on Why Invest Wednesday. But thank you so much for tuning in, living in the Denver suburbs. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully we don't get that rain again. Bye-bye.